Coming up, a rally in support of Hazard Principal and Mayor Happy Mobilini.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hetzley. Mixed reactions are still pouring in after an event called a man pageant was held during homecoming week at Hazard High School. Viral pictures showing alleged inappropriate behavior from the event are now being seen around the globe. Tonight, a rally was held to show support for school principal and Hazard Mayor Happy Mobilini. WYMT's Zach Hawk was there.
As you can see here, we have rallied as a community.
Thursday evening, students and parents gathered in downtown Hazard to support Happy Mobilini. Many did not want to speak on camera, but say Mobilini has done great things during his time as principal and remains popular and respected among his current and former students.
I support Happy Mobilini. I support the high school. I support the kids. I don't see anything wrong with what's been done. It's traditional for kids to clown around and paradise stuff.
But others in the community felt the event crossed a line for a school function.
I was absolutely disgusted. I have never seen someone in a school position, a school place, a school environment have half-naked kids, dancing on grown-ups.
Hazard Independent Superintendent Sandra Combs released a statement saying an investigation is underway and disciplinary action has already been taken. She has not given us specifics. During his Team Kentucky briefing, Governor Andy Beshear said the event was unacceptable and should not have happened, while also calling for transparency.
I think that what that action is ought to be public, since the issue is so public. And I say that knowing a couple of the folks, I think that they will learn from it too.
CBS News, USA Today, Fox News, even the British newspaper The Sun, among others, have covered the story. In Hazard, Zach Hawk, WYMT Mountain News.
The Courier-Journal is reporting they have seen newly surfaced videos posted on social media showing more HHS skits in which half-dressed students are involved in lap dances as teachers laughed and sometimes participated during the past 4 years. We have reached out to Mayor Mobilini for comment several times, and he has declined.
Rather gloomy day outside in the mountains today. We had plenty of clouds, plenty of rainfall as we worked through the afternoon despite a little bit of sunshine. UVA-wise camera showing the overcast we've dealt with, even a little bit of fog trying to move in at this late hour over into Wise County. In downtown Whitesburg, they're sitting at 53, no fog to speak of, but still plenty of wet roads into portions of Letcher County. Many of us warmed up quite a bit today. Hazard got to 72, London got to 70, a lot of upper 60s out there thanks to southwest winds and brief bouts of sunshine pushing those temperatures up. But most of the afternoon was spent just like we're spending this evening in the low to middle 50s. And that's temperatures we're going to see quite a bit of as we head over the next few days. A couple areas of rain we've been talking about off and on showers, one moving through the Big Sandy, one moving through the Cumberland Valley as of right now. And we are going to continue to see showers throughout the night tonight, right around 50 for that low temperature, with those showers continuing. We've got plenty more where that came from heading into the rest of our work week, and I'll have the details on that coming up in just a bit. Steve?
Evan, thank you. A monumental evening for one of Kentucky's most innovative learning centers. WYMT's Corey Sanding tells us about the big event at the Challenger Learning Center here in Hazard.
The people were really enthusiastic.
A night officials are calling the biggest in the history of the Challenger Learning Center.
The Challenger Center announced a public campaign this evening. We've set a goal to raise $2.25 million, and we need the public to help us do that.
That campaign announced Thursday in front of a large crowd. In hopes the center will continue to educate and amaze for decades to come.
We feel like that will sustain the Challenger Center over the long run. and have us here for another 150,000 students.
Taking the opportunity to show off the center's new exhibits.
The place is so different from the way I was. We have some really cool things set up in the Moon, Mars, and Beyond Museum, and the mission control looks amazing. The space shuttle has been fully updated. It's so cool.
And teaching people how to make astronaut ice cream using baking ingredients and liquid nitrogen.
That gets it really cold really quickly, and it takes the time to make ice cream down from like over an hour to a few minutes.
But it is the thought of putting more smiles on kids' faces that has director Tom Cravens excited for the future.
It takes more bells and whistles to get a kid's attention these days, and we've added those here to the Challenger Center, so we're really excited about that.
A small step today, so the center may continue to inspire giant leaps for years to come. In Hazard, Corey Sanning, WYMT Mountain News.
Former Governor Paul Patton also in attendance tonight. Officials announced during the closing phase of the ceremony that they have already raised nearly $2 million, getting very close to their end goal. Kentucky may soon see high-speed internet access expand across the Commonwealth. Governor Andy Beshear and Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman announced that Kentucky was awarded a $1 million federal grant to help expand high-speed internet. Their goal is for every Kentuckian to have affordable access to high-speed internet.
When we talk about making sure that every Kentuckian has an opportunity regardless of their zip code, this fits into that belief and that value that we share.
Lieutenant Governor Coleman says it is important to her to expand broadband access to rural areas. The $1 million funding comes from the U.S. Economic Development Administration. GE Appliances has announced plans to add more than 1,000 jobs at its Kentucky operations. The company said the job growth is part of a $450 million investment to boost capacity and launch new products. The Kentucky-based home appliance business says it's targeting upgrades across operations at its Louisville production complex known as Appliance Park. The company says the jobs are expected to be added by the end of 2023. Appliance Park has a current workforce of around 7,100. The Federal Election Commission has cleared radio host Matt Jones of wrongdoing in a complaint filed by the Kentucky Republican Party. The Bell County native, who was considering challenging U.S. Senator Mitch McConnell, was temporarily taken off the air in 2019 when the state GOP complained he was using the airwaves to draw attention to his possible campaign. The Federal Election Commission voted unanimously to dismiss the complaint. A Knott County deputy who died in 2019 was honored today. Chief Deputy Bobby W. Jacobs had a bridge dedicated to him by the Knott County Fiscal Court. Friends, family, and co-workers came to the event to honor his legacy. Judge Executive Jeff Dobson says that's not the only way the county is keeping his memory alive.
We pull his car, we shut his car, set it around the side of the courthouse, leave the lights on throughout the day, and just do that in honor of Bobby and just remember him.
Dobson says he wants to thank everyone involved who made the dedication possible. A nationwide school bus driver shortage continues, but one Floyd County Elementary School principal stepped up to embrace the role. Donna Robinson, the John M. Stonebow Elementary School principal, realized the need after students were waiting hours after classes had been dismissed for a ride home. Following some intense training to receive CDL certification, she's now behind the wheel, doing something she never imagined.
I just started thinking about what I could do. And in my mind at that time, I wasn't thinking really about being a bus driver, but after Mr. Morrison was sending out the recruitment notices and Ms. Shepard spoke to us about it, I talked to my assistant principal, Ms. Watts, and I was like, I think maybe I can do this.
Robinson also said her assistant principal has been a big help in taking on administrative roles while she is on her bus runs during the mornings and evenings. It was a big day for a food pantry in Floyd County. Open Door Community Pantry has outgrown its original storage building, so the Pikeville and Lowe's decided to build a new one. This is part of the Lowe's Heroes program, which happens once a year. Volunteers tell us they're happy to be able to feed more people.
This will keep us from having to move things around so much. We have a lot of volunteers, which we're so thankful for, and this will help us to be able to put everything together and have more stuff for the community.
The pantry went from serving 75 families when it started back in June to 155 just last month. Coming up at 11, a brewery in Pikeville is opening up a new space. We'll give you a sneak peek.
And plenty of showers to move through today and plenty more on the way for the close of the work week. I'll have the latest straight ahead.